Analyst, a professor of armed conflict and journalism at Daffodil International University in Dhaka, Bangladesh. Greg, is it clear now that Vladimir Putin is playing Donald Trump?
Well, he's negotiating using a kind of Trump tactic because I think he's adapted and understands how Trump negotiates, and how he negotiates is seen clearly during Trump's time during The Apprentice. So what he's adapted, and I think adapted very well to this negotiation style, and is matching Trump.
So you're thinking that possibly Putin does want a sort of a peace deal? Well, clearly, if he wants one, he'll want it on his own terms. But right now, it seems as if the Russians are pretending to engage in diplomacy, because when Donald Trump made that offer and now he's making threats against Russia, they can't really say, no, we're going to keep fighting. They can say, yes, we're looking for peace while still fighting.
Well, they're not going to negotiate a bad deal for Russia, because Russia, quite frankly, and it's been said more and more openly, is winning the war in Ukraine. And so why would they give things up after so much blood and treasure has been shed? I mean, this is something they've made their demands clear from the very day the war began. So, I mean, this is a matter of Trump and Putin being able to meet together on this point. Russian demands, key demands are satisfied, and then they can progress. I mean, this cannot be done overnight, not like Trump said in one day he can resolve it, because there are so many underlying issues of trust and so forth, especially after, I mean, all the complicity and duplicity of the Biden administration. It takes some doing to walk back that legacy.
It was a couple of years ago that J.D. Vance, before he became vice president, said, I don't really care what happens to Ukraine. If that is the main kind of belief in the White House, would it be possible to, in a way, not bribe, but buy Donald Trump's interests through economic incentives? In other words, whichever country the US can make more money from, would Donald Trump be likely to be more partial towards its interests, whether that country is Ukraine or Russia?
Well, I think Ukraine doesn't have anything left to offer after a couple of years of war. And as you say, I mean, Trump, he's much more pragmatic. I mean, maybe you would not achieve that with the Democrats, much more ideological and have this ideological course. But of course, I mean, Trump is a businessman first and foremost. And so money talks, to use the crass expression. So, yeah, I mean, he's going for self-interest, and it would seem quite attractive because he knows Russia is a much wealthier country. There's much more to be gained financially from relations with Russia than Ukraine, not to mention the geopolitical implications.
Appreciate the analysis as always, Greg. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.